When most people walk into a store and head to the skincare aisle, they are bombarded with rows and rows of beautifully packaged creams, lotions, serums, and cleansers. Each product is carefully marketed with words like hydrating, anti-aging, dermatologist approved, or Fresh Store's natural glow. It all sounds reassuring, and because it is sitting on a shelf in a pharmacy or high-end beauty store, the assumption is that it must be safe. But here's the problem. What's sold in stores and what's truly healthy for your skin are two very different things. There is a massive difference between marketing and real skin health. Most people never question what's actually inside those products. They don't turn the bottle around. They don't read the tiny ingredient list printed on the back. And even if they do, most of the chemical names are so complicated that the average person has no idea what they mean. This lack of awareness is exactly what the skincare industry counts on. They want you to trust the front label and ignore the back. The truth is that many of these products contain ingredients that are not only unnecessary, but actually harmful to your skin. One of the biggest myths in skincare is that applying more creams and lotions will automatically make your skin healthier. In reality, the skin is a living organ. It breathes, it absorbs, and it detoxifies. When you cover it with synthetic chemicals, you're interfering with its natural ability to function. For example, many so-called hydrating creams contain petroleum-based ingredients like mineral oil or paraffin. These substances create the illusion of moisture by sealing the skin, but what they're actually doing is suffocating it. Your pores get clogged, oxygen flow to the skin decreases, and toxins become trapped underneath the surface. Over time, this leads to breakouts, irritation, and premature aging, the exact opposite of what you were hoping for. Another disturbing truth is that skincare products often contain endocrine disruptors. These are chemicals that interfere with your hormones. Ingredients like parabens, phthalates, and certain synthetic fragrances are absorbed through the skin and can mimic estrogen in the body, leading to hormonal imbalances. Think about that for a second. You might be applying a cream to reduce wrinkles, but what it's really doing is disturbing your internal hormone balance. That doesn't just affect your skin, it affects your mood, your metabolism, your weight, and even your reproductive health. And yet, these ingredients are so commonly used that millions of people are unknowingly exposing themselves to them every single day. Then there are the preservatives. Skincare products are designed to sit on a shelf for months or even years, so they require strong preservatives to prevent bacterial growth. The problem is that these preservatives are often harsh chemicals like formaldehyde-releasing agents. Yes, you heard that correctly. Some of the same chemicals associated with industrial use are being applied to your face under the label of beauty. Over time, this weakens the skin barrier, causes micro-inflammation, and contributes to sensitivity issues. If you've ever wondered why your skin keeps getting more sensitive the more products you try, this is one of the reasons. Your skin isn't becoming naturally sensitive. It's being damaged by what you're putting on it. And here's another layer to this truth. Most people are taught that skincare is only about what you apply externally. But the reality is that true skin health is a reflection of internal health. The creams and serums are often nothing more than temporary bandages, masking the symptoms instead of addressing the root cause. For example, if you have chronic acne, the issue is often linked to inflammation, gut imbalances, or blood sugar problems. But instead of looking inward, people are told to just apply another cream or scrub. That cycle keeps the skincare industry alive, but it doesn't solve the real problem. And meanwhile, many of those topical treatments are filled with benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, or other harsh chemicals that strip the skin's natural barrier, leaving it weaker in the long run. What's important to understand is that your skin has its own intelligence. It is designed to protect you. It produces natural oils that maintain balance. It sheds dead cells to renew itself, and it communicates with the immune system to fight off infections. When you constantly interfere with that process by applying chemicals, you're overriding its natural wisdom. Think of it like this: your body has evolved over thousands of years to take care of itself, and yet in just the last few decades, we've been convinced that we need dozens of lab-made products to stay healthy. That doesn't make sense. The rise in skin problems like eczema, psoriasis, acne, and premature aging lines up almost perfectly with the explosion of the modern skincare industry. So the truth about skincare ingredients is not as pretty as the glossy ads and celebrity endorsements would have you believe. Most products are filled with synthetic chemicals that damage your skin barrier, disrupt your hormones, and create dependency. Instead of empowering your skin to function better, they make you reliant on reapplying them day after day. That is by design. It keeps you buying, but it doesn't keep you truly healthy. If you were to take a look at the ingredient labels on most moisturizers, sunscreens, and anti-aging creams, you'd see a recurring substance that sounds harmless, but it's one of the biggest culprits in damaging your skin long term. That ingredient is mineral oil. Sometimes it's labeled as paraffinum liquidum, petrolatum, or even baby oil. It's a petroleum-derived byproduct, and it's used in countless skincare products because it's cheap, stable, and gives the immediate impression of moisture. The problem is that mineral oil doesn't nourish your skin. It smothers it when you apply mineral oil to your face. It forms an artificial barrier on top of your skin. At first, this seems beneficial because it locks in water and creates a smooth, soft feeling. But what's actually happening beneath the surface is far more concerning. Your skin naturally releases sebum, a protective oil that helps maintain moisture balance, fights off microbes, and keeps the skin barrier healthy. When you cover your skin with mineral oil, you block this natural process. Your pores can't breathe, toxins can't escape, and oxygen supply to the skin diminishes. Over time, this suffocating layer leads to clogged pores, blackheads, and breakouts. Even for people who never struggled with acne before, the deeper issue with mineral oil is that it tricks your skin into dependency. Because it creates that instant silky texture, or your brain associates it with hydration. But inside, your skin isn't getting any of the nutrients it needs. It's like spraying perfume on rotten food. It may smell better for a moment, but it doesn't change the underlying problem. Mineral oil offers the illusion of health, while your skin barrier becomes weaker and weaker. That's why many people find that once they start using a mineral oil-based product, they have to keep using it daily just to maintain the same feeling. Stop applying it for a few days, and suddenly the skin feels dry, tight, and irritated. This isn't because your skin needs it. It's because your natural balance has been disrupted, but mineral oil isn't the only dangerous ingredient in this category. Another one to watch out for is sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, found in many face washes and cleansers. This chemical is used as a foaming agent, giving that bubbly, clean sensation when you wash your face. The problem is that it's far too harsh for human skin. SLS strips away the natural oils that protect your skin, leaving it vulnerable to dryness, redness, and inflammation. For people with sensitive skin, it can trigger eczema or flare-ups. And even for those with healthy skin, regular exposure wears down the skin barrier until chronic irritation becomes a new normal. Then there's the issue of synthetic fragrances. On a label, fragrance seems harmless, but it's actually a catch-all term that can represent hundreds of undisclosed chemicals. These are added to make skincare products smell appealing, but what they really do is irritate the skin and, in many cases, disrupt your hormones. The skin is highly absorbent, and anything you put on it can enter the bloodstream. Studies have shown that some fragrance chemicals act like endocrine disruptors, mimicking estrogen or interfering with testosterone. So while you're applying a cream to smell fresh, you could be unknowingly impacting your hormonal balance, which affects everything from mood to weight to fertility. Perhaps the most alarming ingredient you should avoid at all costs is formaldehyde-releasing preservatives. They are used to extend shelf life and prevent microbial growth in lotions and creams. The problem: formaldehyde is a known carcinogen, and even though these preservatives only release it in small amounts, the cumulative exposure over time is significant. Remember, skincare is a daily ritual. If you're applying a product with hidden formaldehyde byproducts every morning and every night, imagine the long-term burden on your skin and your health. That's not just a beauty concern, that's a health concern. What makes this even more deceptive is how these ingredients are marketed. Companies know that people are becoming more conscious, so they use words like dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, or gentle on skin. These terms have no strict regulations and they don't guarantee safety. A cream can be labeled gentle and still contain mineral oil, parabens, or synthetic fragrance. That's why understanding what to avoid is far more powerful than believing the front label claims. The front of the package is marketing, the back is where the truth lies. The worst part is how normalized these harmful ingredients have become. Many people grew up with baby oil massages, petroleum jelly on chapped lips, or foaming cleansers as part of their routine. These habits get passed down and we rarely stop to question whether they are truly safe. But if you take a step back and remember that your skin is your largest organ, absorbing everything you put on it, you start to realize the danger of applying petroleum byproducts or harsh chemicals day after day. Your skin doesn't need synthetic shortcuts. It needs support that works with its natural design, so the D1 ingredient to avoid is mineral oil, along with its chemical cousins like paraffinum liquidum, petrolatum, and similar derivatives. It might give you temporary softness, but in the long run, it robs your skin of vitality. And when combined with other harsh agents like SLS, parabens, or synthetic fragrances, the damage compounds. These ingredients don't just stay on your skin. They enter your body, disrupt your hormones, and accelerate aging. If there's one step you can take to protect your skin starting today, it's to stop applying these dangerous substances that only pretend to help but secretly cause harm. Your skin is not just a cosmetic surface. It is your body's largest organ and one of its most powerful defenders. Most people think of skin as a covering, something that can be pampered, decorated, or softened with products, but in reality, your skin is alive, intelligent, and constantly working to protect you. It is your first line of defense against bacteria, viruses, toxins, pollutants, and even harmful radiation from the sun. Yet, most of the time, people unknowingly weaken this natural defense by applying harmful ingredients in the name of beauty or quick fixes. The skin barrier is like a wall made of bricks and mortar. The bricks are your skin cells, and the mortar is made of natural lipids and oils that hold everything together. This barrier is carefully designed to keep water inside your body while keeping harmful substances out. It regulates what enters and what stays out. When it's strong, your skin is smooth, hydrated, and resilient. When it's weak, you experience dryness, irritation, redness, acne, and premature aging. And here's the key. Most of the so-called skincare products on the market today are not strengthening this barrier. They're breaking it down. Think about what happens when you use harsh cleansers or chemical-laden creams. These strip away the natural oils that are supposed to protect you. Once those oils are gone, your skin cells no longer have the mortar they need to stay intact, and cracks begin to form in the wall. This makes it easier for bacteria to invade, for allergens to trigger inflammation, and for moisture to escape. Suddenly, you're dealing with tightness, flaking, or breakouts, and instead of addressing the root cause, you're told to buy yet another product to fix the problem. But each new cream or toner often contains the same irritating ingredients that caused the issue in the first place. One of the biggest misconceptions is that oil on your skin is bad. The truth is, your skin's natural oils are not the enemy. They are your body's built-in moisturizer, antimicrobial shield, and repair system. These oils contain antioxidants, fatty acids, and vitamin E, all of which fight oxidative stress and help heal microdamage. Stripping them away with alcohol-based toners or oil-free creams leaves your skin defenseless. The irony is that the more you try to get rid of these natural oils, the more your skin overcompensates by producing excess oil, which then leads to clogged pores and acne. It's a vicious cycle, one that is fueled by misinformation and aggressive marketing. Another critical function of the skin barrier is protecting your hydration balance. You've probably heard the term transepidermal water loss. This simply means the amount of water escaping from your skin. A healthy barrier locks in water so your skin stays plump and flexible. A damaged barrier leaks water constantly, leaving your skin dehydrated and more prone to wrinkles and fine lines. And no matter how many jars of cream you buy, if your barrier is weak, your skin cannot hold onto that hydration. It's like trying to fill a cracked bucket with water. It won't matter how much you pour in, it will always leak out. The skin barrier is also where your skin interacts with the outside world. Pollutants, heavy metals, and synthetic chemicals in personal care products can all pass through a weakened barrier and enter your bloodstream. That means this isn't just about avoiding pimples or wrinkles. This is about protecting your whole body from unnecessary toxic load. Many people don't realize that their daily lotion, marketed as gentle or dermatologist tested, could actually be contributing to systemic health issues simply because it bypasses the natural protective function of the barrier. Supporting your skin barrier doesn't come from buying more bottles of products. It comes from respecting the intelligence of your body. That means using gentle cleansers that don't strip your oils, avoiding harmful additives like sulfates, parabens, and artificial fragrances, and nourishing your body with the right nutrients so your skin has the raw materials it needs to heal. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, zinc, and vitamin A directly strengthen your skin cells and help rebuild the mortar that holds your barrier together. Staying hydrated and protecting yourself from nutrient deficiencies goes further for your skin than any synthetic cream ever could. When you understand how vital the skin barrier is, you realize that every choice you make, what you eat, what you put on your face, what you wash with, either strengthens that barrier or weakens it. It's not just a cosmetic issue, it's a fundamental part of your health. Strong skin means strong protection, balanced hydration, and resilience against everything life throws at you. Weak skin means vulnerability, constant irritation, and dependence on products that never solve the real problem. Walk into any beauty store or pharmacy, and you'll be bombarded with shelves full of creams, serums, and lotions, all promising the same thing: deep hydration, 24-hour moisture, skin renewal, and a youthful glow. These phrases sound comforting. They appeal to the desire we all have for healthy skin. But what's hidden beneath the surface of this marketing is a troubling truth. The moisture that many products promise isn't real nourishment. It's a manufactured sensation created by chemicals that actually keep your skin dependent and weakened over time. The skin has an incredible natural mechanism to regulate its own hydration. It produces sebum, which acts as both a lubricant and a protective shield. It traps in water, balances microbes, and even carries fat-soluble vitamins to the skin's surface. When this system works properly, your skin doesn't need much external interference. The problem arises when we interfere with this natural process by layering on products that mask dryness instead of addressing the root cause. Companies know this. They've designed entire lines of products to trick your skin into dependency. They market the immediate soft feeling after application as hydration, when in reality, it's often just a layer of occlusive chemicals trapping everything underneath, including toxins, dead skin cells, and even bacteria. Think about how many times you've applied a moisturizer and thought, wow, this feels great. Then, just a few hours later, your skin feels tight again, almost demanding another application. That's not a sign of healthy hydration. It's a sign that the product is disrupting your skin barrier and creating an artificial cycle of dryness and relief. The moisture is an illusion. It's like drinking soda when you're thirsty. The sugar gives you an immediate sensation of energy, but it doesn't quench your thirst the way pure water does. In fact, it leaves you needing more, and the dependency cycle continues. The same principle applies to these hydrating creams and lotions. One of the ways companies reinforce this illusion is by adding humectants like glycerin or propylene glycol. These ingredients pull water from the deeper layers of your skin toward the surface, giving a plumped, smooth appearance. On the surface, this looks like hydration, but over time, it depletes the deeper layers, leaving your skin more vulnerable to dryness and damage. This creates a paradox. The very cream you think is helping your skin is actually contributing to the long-term problem. The more you use it, the worse your skin barrier becomes, and the more dependent you become on reapplying. And then there's the issue of hydrating masks and overnight creams. These products are marketed as intensive treatments, but many of them are packed with silicones that form a thin plastic-like coating over the skin. Silicones create a temporary silky finish and make the skin feel smooth to the touch, but they don't actually nourish or repair. They prevent proper breathing of the skin, lock in waste products, and stop the natural exfoliation process. Over time, this leads to congested pores, a dull skin tone, and premature aging. Yet the marketing phrases like plump overnight or wake up glowing continue to fool people into thinking they are doing something beneficial. What makes this marketing so deceptive is that the results are immediate but temporary. Companies know that consumers are drawn to instant gratification. If a cream makes your skin feel silky right away, you're more likely to buy it again. But real skin health doesn't work like that. Real hydration comes from within, through what you eat, how you support your body with minerals, vitamins, and water, and how you avoid stripping your skin with harsh cleansers. True nourishment may not give you a 5-minute glow, but it builds a foundation of resilience that lasts for years. Unfortunately, that doesn't sell as quickly as a jar of cream promising instant radiance. Another trick marketers use is attaching medical or scientific authority to their claims. You'll see phrases like dermatologist approved, clinically tested, or backed by science. These phrases sound reassuring, but they are often misleading. Dermatologist approved could mean one dermatologist was paid to endorse it. Clinically tested could mean they tested it on a handful of people without publishing meaningful data. These terms are marketing tools, not proof of safety or effectiveness. The reality is that many of these same products still contain mineral oil, parabens, sulfates, or synthetic fragrances, all of which compromise your skin in the long run. And perhaps the most concerning part of this deceptive cycle is the way it conditions people psychologically. You begin to believe that without your moisturizer, your skin will fall apart. You're trained to reach for it in the morning, after a shower, before bed, and anytime your skin feels the least bit dry. This dependency keeps you buying year after year, while your skin never truly heals or learns to balance itself naturally. Instead of trusting the incredible design of your skin, you start trusting a jar filled with chemicals that profit a corporation more than they benefit your health. If you strip away the marketing and look at the biology, your skin doesn't actually crave these artificial hydrators. What it craves is protection from harsh soaps, healing nutrients from whole foods, and perhaps the support of natural topical substances like aloe vera, shea butter, or jojoba oil that work with your skin instead of against it. The glossy bottles and clever phrases are designed to convince you otherwise, but the truth is that hydration cannot be manufactured. It has to be supported by restoring your body's natural balance inside and out. When it comes to healthy skin, most people immediately think of lotions, serums, or expensive treatments. But the truth is, your skin doesn't need another chemical-laden jar. It needs nourishment. Real nourishment doesn't come from a factory. It comes from within your body and from nature. If you want radiant, youthful skin that resists damage, heals quickly, and maintains its glow, you must focus on giving your skin the right building blocks, not coating it with synthetic substitutes. The skin is a reflection of what's happening inside your body. If you are deficient in nutrients, constantly inflamed, or overloaded with toxins, your skin will show it. That's why topical solutions are often temporary. They don't address the root cause. To truly nourish your skin, you have to start with your diet. For example, omega-3 fatty acids found in wild-caught salmon, sardines, flax seeds, and chia seeds are crucial for skin health. These fats integrate directly into your skin cell membranes, making them more flexible, resilient, and able to retain moisture. Without enough omega-3s, skin becomes dry, irritated, and inflamed. This is one reason why people on low-fat or processed food diets often complain about dull, flaky skin. Vitamin C is another powerhouse nutrient for the skin. Collagen, the protein that gives skin its structure and firmness, cannot be produced without vitamin C. That means if you are even slightly deficient, your skin will sag, wrinkle, and heal more slowly. You don't need synthetic collagen powders as much as you need vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers, citrus fruits, and leafy greens. By giving your body what it needs to make collagen naturally, you're strengthening your skin from the inside out. The difference between synthetic fixes and natural nourishment is that natural nourishment works with your body, not against it. Zinc is also one of the most underrated nutrients for glowing skin. This mineral regulates oil production, supports wound healing, and keeps inflammation under control. Many cases of stubborn acne are linked to zinc deficiency, yet instead of correcting this imbalance with zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, oysters, or grass-fed beef, people are sold endless acne creams that never address the real problem. Nourishing your skin means thinking deeper than the surface. It means asking, what is my body missing? Instead of, what can I apply on top of this? But it's not just about food. There are also natural topical ingredients that can truly nourish the skin barrier without disrupting it. Aloe vera, for example, contains enzymes, vitamins, and soothing compounds that hydrate and calm the skin without clogging pores. Jojoba oil is another incredible option because its molecular structure is almost identical to your skin's natural oils, meaning it absorbs easily and strengthens the barrier rather than suffocating it. Raw honey, particularly Manuka honey, is both antimicrobial and deeply hydrating. It protects the skin from harmful bacteria while providing enzymes that gently repair damage. These natural options work in harmony with your skin. Instead of fighting against it, compare that to synthetic creams full of petroleum derivatives, parabens, and artificial fragrances. These don't nourish your skin, they smother it. They give the illusion of softness by creating a layer on top, but underneath, your skin is starved of real nutrients. Over time, this weakens the skin's ability to repair itself, making you more dependent on external products. It's the same cycle as fast food. You get a quick fix, but the long-term cost is poor health. True nourishment requires patience, consistency, and natural ingredients that support your body's wisdom. Another overlooked aspect of nourishment is hydration. Many people think drinking water is enough, but hydration isn't just about how much water you drink. It's about your body's ability to hold onto that water. That comes down to electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, which help cells retain fluid. If you're eating processed foods loaded with sodium, but lacking potassium-rich foods like avocados, leafy greens, or squash, your cells can't stay hydrated and your skin suffers. Proper hydration makes the skin supple, reduces fine lines, and improves elasticity naturally, without injections or costly treatments. And finally, real nourishment also involves avoiding the things that deplete your skin. Sugar is one of the worst offenders. High sugar intake triggers a process called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to collagen fibers and make them stiff and brittle. This directly accelerates aging, leading to sagging and wrinkles. Refined seed oils are another hidden enemy. They create inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which damage the skin at the cellular level. If you want radiant skin, you must not only give it the right nutrients, but also protect it from the wrong ones. When you focus on real nourishment, nutrient-dense foods, natural oils, hydration with electrolytes, and avoidance of toxic substances, you're not just improving your appearance, you're building skin that is resilient, youthful, and glowing from within. The beauty industry wants you to believe you need them to look good, but the truth is, everything your skin needs to thrive has already been provided by nature. Nourishment doesn't come from chemicals, it comes from respecting and supporting your body's natural design. Would you like me to now expand Keynote 60, the long-term dangers of ignoring this, into the final 600-word section? You said, or 6ChatGPT said, great. Here's the full 600-word expansion of Keynote 60's the long-term dangers of ignoring this in the motivational health teaching style you preferred. Keynote 6 expansion. The long-term dangers of ignoring this. It's easy to overlook what you put on your skin because the effects aren't always immediate. You apply a cream, maybe it feels smooth for the day. Maybe your skin looks hydrated for a few hours and you move on. But what you may not realize is that every single time you apply something harmful to your face, you are creating a cumulative effect. It's not about what happens today. It's about what happens over months and years of consistent exposure. That is where the real danger lies. Your skin is not just a passive surface. It's a living, breathing organ. It absorbs chemicals, it interacts with your immune system, and it directly communicates with your bloodstream. When you continuously apply toxic ingredients, they don't just sit there and rinse off. They penetrate into deeper layers and, in many cases, get absorbed into your circulation. Over time, this can contribute to hormonal imbalances, liver stress, and systemic inflammation. So while you may think you're only dealing with dryness or acne, the reality is that your skincare choices could be quietly affecting your overall health in ways you don't even notice yet. One of the first long-term consequences is premature aging. Many of the popular synthetic ingredients break down collagen and elastin, which are the structural proteins that keep your skin firm and youthful. You won't notice this overnight, but 5 or 10 years down the road, the difference becomes undeniable. Wrinkles set in earlier, sagging happens faster, and your skin loses its natural glow. What you think is a normal part of aging is often accelerated damage caused by years of using the wrong products. People spend fortunes later in life trying to undo this with Botox, fillers, or surgeries, when the truth is they could have slowed it down dramatically by avoiding harmful ingredients in the first place. Another consequence is the weakening of the skin barrier. The outer layer of your skin is meant to protect you from bacteria, pollutants, and irritants, but when it's repeatedly stripped by chemicals, it can no longer perform this role effectively. That means more breakouts, more redness, more chronic irritation. Many people get caught in a vicious cycle. They use a product that damages their skin, then they apply another product to fix the irritation, which causes more damage, and the cycle continues. Decades of this not only ruin skin health, but also make you dependent on an endless rotation of treatments and products. Your body is trapped in a state of constant imbalance, but the danger doesn't stop at the surface. Many harmful skincare ingredients act as endocrine disruptors, meaning they interfere with your hormones. These chemicals mimic or block hormonal signals, confusing your body's natural rhythms. Over the years, this can contribute to issues like thyroid imbalance, reproductive health problems, and even weight gain. Few people make the connection between their skin products and their deeper health struggles, but the link is there. What you put on your skin today may silently shape your health outcomes in the future. Long term, your liver also pays the price. Every chemical absorbed through your skin has to be processed and detoxified by your liver. That means more work for an organ that is already overburdened by environmental toxins, processed food, and stress. When the liver becomes overloaded, toxins begin to circulate longer in your system, increasing inflammation and affecting everything from your digestion to your energy levels. Skin problems like eczema, psoriasis, and chronic acne often flare up when the liver is under stress. Ironically, people then apply more products to their skin, worsening the problem that originated deeper inside the body. Ignoring what you put on your face also leaves you vulnerable to chronic inflammation, which is now understood as one of the root causes of nearly every degenerative disease. Low-level, persistent exposure to chemicals through skincare fuels this inflammatory fire. Over time, it doesn't just affect your skin, it contributes to fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, and an overall faster rate of aging. The cumulative damage is subtle at first, but eventually, it becomes impossible to ignore. Perhaps the most dangerous aspect of ignoring this issue is the mindset it creates. When you believe that beauty comes from bottles and jars, you hand over your power. You stop trusting your body's natural ability to heal, restore, and regenerate. You depend on industries that profit from your insecurity, while your skin grows weaker and your health declines. Real beauty, real vitality comes from respecting and supporting the body's design, not constantly fighting against it with artificial solutions. If you continue to ignore the dangers of what you apply to your face, the costs add up in ways that go far beyond the mirror. What looks like fine lines, breakouts, or discoloration on the outside could be a sign of deeper imbalances taking shape inside. Every harmful product is like adding one more drop into a bucket. Eventually, the bucket overflows, and by then, reversing the damage is much harder. Protecting your skin now means protecting your health, your hormones, your energy, and your future well-being. The choices you make today with your skin are not small. They ripple forward into every part of your life,